Hey everyone, it's Gabriel here again, and in this video I want to share with you a cryptocurrency that I'm currently looking at right now that I believe has an opportunity to 20x or more in the short term. And when I mean short term, I mean maybe in the next few months. Now, I usually only invest in something long term, but I feel that this is one of the rare opportunity and I'm going to put some money that I can afford to lose in it. Now, once again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy or not to buy, but do your own research before you put your hard-earned money into anything. Please also watch through the end of this video and don't just buy blindly, because I'll be explaining the whole entire opportunity, why am I buying it, and I'll provide some instructions on how to buy it at the end of this video. Now, once again, I appreciate the early thumbs up for this video to support this channel. And if you're new to this channel, one of my missions is actually achieve absolute financial freedom for my family and to share this journey with others, especially on this channel. I believe that the best way to reach that goal is to have a twin engine in your income, and that is having a high income from your business and an investment income to compound and multiply the profits from the business. So I post video every single week on how I grow multiple businesses online, what I'm investing right now, and productivity hacks to get more done with less time or for free. So if you're into any of the stuff that I just talked about, you may want to consider subscribing to this channel. So let's get right into the video. Now, the cryptocurrency I'm talking about is called Pancake Bunny, and the crypto symbol is Bunny. Now, the price of Bunny all-time high is at around $545 in the mid of April this year. Now, the recent Bitcoin crash has caused all the DeFi or decentralized finance projects to drop by 50 to 60%, and therefore Bunny actually fell to about $250. Then the price of Bunny actually fell to $1 at a point of time due to a flash loan attack by a hacker. In short, a hacker managed to found some pricing loophole in the system and managed to buy a huge amount of Bunny through flash loans and then dump all the Bunny that they have bought into the market, causing the whole entire price to crash by almost 99%. And then he used a percentage of the money to pay off the loan and profit off a pricing difference between multiple platforms. From what I've read, the hacker managed to get away with about $40 million. Maybe I want to change my career into being a hacker instead of a digital marketer. So what happens is that this caused the price of Bunny to crash all the way down to $1 at one point of time before rebounding back to about $30 to $40 range right now. As of the time of this recording, Bunny price is at about $28, which is actually a drop of 94% from its all-time high. Now, I don't always buy based on the news, and neither should you, but when I do, I like to buy when there are bad news instead of good news. You see, when there are a lot of good news, you are usually too late into the game. When there's a lot of good news, people are already overhyping it, and usually it is overbought. And that's the reason why, if you are a new investor, you realize that every time you finally decide to buy something, it starts to drop the moment you buy it. And this happened to me all the time when I first started investing. And I always think, what bad luck, right? Like every time I decided finally I want to buy into something, right? Whether it's Tesla or whether it's any other company, when I buy into something, it just starts dropping. And that's actually not bad luck, there's a science to it. It is because most of the time, by the time you make a decision to buy, is usually because there's a lot of good news and you finally FOMO in. And of course, when something is overbought, when there's so many good news, a correction will eventually come. And therefore, when people are buying and FOMOing in, they're usually buying at the peak of that overbought price. And therefore, when a correction comes, it will cause the price to drop. But bad news has the opposite effect of a good news. You see, bad news usually means that it is oversold instead of overbought. And if the fundamentals are still good, it could be an undervalued buying opportunity because everyone is fearful, everyone is selling, and if the fundamental is good, right, it is actually a very good buying opportunity. There was a point I remember many years ago that I was a new investor. I'm still a new investor right now because I left, I stopped investing, and I came back to investing. But this was in 2012, if I'm not wrong. And there was actually this company called Herbalife. It's actually a MLM company. This company, Herbalife, was actually accused by a famous investor by the name of Bill Ackman for being a Ponzi scheme. And this guy actually bet $1 billion to short on this company, meaning that he is betting $1 billion that this company stock price will fall. Now, because of the negative news, this caused the share price to fall by more than 50%. So it went from about $30 to about $15 at its all-time low during that period. but the company actually has very strong fundamentals. It has very good profits. The profits are growing every single year. The revenue is also growing every single year. This was back then, and they have a very strong branding. The price didn't affect anything fundamental. The price only fell because of that negative news, because someone famous said that this was a Ponzi scheme. Just like how Bitcoin is crashing right now because someone said that it's not good for the environment. And eventually the argument of this company being a Ponzi cannot be sustained with good evidence. And when the bad news and the negative news fade off, the stock price actually recovered and went up to an all-time high of $58 in 2018. So if you just did nothing or you just bought more when the bad news came out, you would have gained at least 4x of your money on a company that is fundamentally sound. Now, I don't know about Herbalife today, but all I'm saying is back then, Herbalife is fundamentally strong, but it was affected negatively by the news. So the point I'm trying to make here is that when I invest in anything, I'm not just investing based on the bad news, but I'm also investing if the company or the project has good fundamentals. Now, in the case of Pancake Bunny, although it is different, it's not a listed company, I can't look at the growing revenue whatsoever, but I love the project. I love the growing users and how professional the team is handling the flash attack loan right now. I'm personally a user of Pancake Bunny since a couple of months ago before this attack. So to understand the fundamental of this project, let me explain what is Pancake Bunny. I'm just going to call it Bunny for short. So Bunny is a yield aggregator, and it means that it helps people to get more tokens from things like yield farming and staking. Now, if you don't understand what is yield farming and staking, I actually explained this in my previous video where I share 3 ways to make passive income with decentralized finance, in which I explain how I'm generating about 200 a day with DeFi. Now, I'll put the link to watch to understand more somewhere here and in the link in the description. You may want to go and watch that video first before you come back here. In short, yield farming and staking is just a way for you to generate more tokens through decentralized finance. So with yield farming and staking, the payouts are actually given to you daily. So let's say you stake a token called Cake on Pancake Swap for about 80% a year right now. You'll be getting about 0.22% a day, but you can actually manually compound that 0.22% back in, which means that every day when you receive the 0.22%, you actually compound it back in, further maximizing your yield. And by doing a manual compound every single day, you can get up to 130% a year instead of 80%. However, there's a problem to this. And number one, you have to manually do it every single day. When you have to manually compound it, you also have to pay this thing, number 2, called gas fee, which are pretty much like transaction fees. And if your amount is small, the gas fee may not make sense to compound every single day because your daily amount could be only a few dollars, but your gas fee could be like 50 cents, and therefore it's taking away like 50-80% of your profits every single day. So if people have a very small amount to compound, they may only compound it every few days or maybe once a week in order to maximize the gas fee. So if someone's amount is small and their daily amount is small, it may not make sense for them to compound daily. They will compound every few days or maybe once a week so that the gas fees will make sense. So what a yield aggregator like Bunny does is that they will actually help you to calculate when is the best time to compound to save up on gas fees while maximizing your returns. And they can also do it automatically for you, which means that you can just put it in there and then you don't have to manually compound every single day. And of course, there are some ways they also help to maximize return, but that's the whole gist of it. So how does a project like Bunny makes money? Number 1, they earn a 0.5% withdrawal fee if you withdraw your funds within a certain lock-in period. It's kind of like a penalty. And they also take a 30% performance fee for helping you to maximize your returns. As of April 2021, they actually have 30,000 daily active users, including myself, and over $1 billion has been deposited at Bunny, and they are generating about $90 million monthly profits to people who are staking in Bunny. This is something like a dividend payout when you stake Bunny in your Bunny pool. In short, absolutely simple and insanely profitable project. And DeFi is actually right now in a very early stage, which means there's still a lot of room to grow. Another thing I like about Bunny is that Binance, one of the largest crypto exchange in the world right now, has led a seed round investment and has invested about $1.3 million into this project on April 13, 2021. Now, I believe that Binance didn't just throw $1.3 million into this team. They definitely have done their check in a way and they support Bunny. And I also believe that Binance, being so much more established, will also provide resources to Bunny's team to help them to grow more professionally, which you can actually see from the way Bunny responded to the recent hackers attack. So let us come back to the flash loan attack and why I'm not worried about it. Now, the attack did not affect anything fundamental with Bunny. Bunny's software code was not attacked. The hacker only exploited price loophole in multiple platforms and caused Bunny tokens price to crash. All the tokens and the money, which is the $1 billion that has been deposited with Bunny, are still safe. Bunny did not lose a single cent. So once again, the only thing that has been affected is the price of Bunny, because the hacker actually managed to flood the market with a lot of Bunny tokens and crashing the price of Bunny. Nothing has fundamentally changed for Bunny. So what really gave me confidence is Bunny's response to this attack for their users. They were very quick to respond on their Twitter account, and I was a follower in their Twitter account, and I saw that once this attack was announced, they quickly shared what was happening and with full transparency release a detailed information on what happened, what the hacker did, and what they are doing to fix this issue so that it will not happen again. Now, what really surprised me was a few days later, they actually released a compensation plan. Now, they don't have to do this because no one's fund was lost. The people who technically lost money are people who are actually holding Bunny token, and because the price has crashed, they have lost the value of that token, which could recover. But Bunny actually came up with a plan to compensate people who were affected by this crash. And in order to compensate the Bunny token holders who were affected by the price crash, they issue a new token called P-Bunny and creating a compensation pool. And one of the way the compensation pool will be funded is by performance fee, which is a direct contribution from their own team. Which means the team is actually giving up their own salary and their own profit to compensate people. They will also be doing an aggressive buyback and burning of tokens to help reduce the supply of Bunny token, which caused the crash initially, which may help to increase the price back again. Now, all I can say that this is not very common. Now, DeFi is still in a very, very early stage right now. Everybody who's investing in DeFi know the fact that there are still possible loopholes and areas where hackers can exploit and attack. So everyone invested in DeFi should know the risk that you might lose everything. And because of this, there has been examples of other projects that have faced attack, and the team behind those projects either went silent, they abandoned the project, or they just simply said that this is the risk that users should know because DeFi is still early and there's nothing we can do about it. And Bunny actually took the professional approach to reassure users and even took steps that may help recover the price of Bunny in the long run. Binance actually took the same approach back in 2019 when their exchange was hacked, and they fully reimbursed $40 million to users, ensuring that no users' funds are affected, thus creating the trust needed for them to become the biggest cryptocurrency exchange right now. As Binance invested in Bunny, it is not surprising that Bunny took a similar approach. So with the price of $28 at the time of this recording, the market cap of Bunny is now only at $15 million. Now it's generating 90 million monthly profit for its Bunny pool, but it's only valued at $15 million. And if Bunny were to reach back an all-time high of $545 with the market cap of $300 million back then, this potentially is a 20x or more. Now again, please do not take this as financial advice. Buy at your own risk. There are people saying that Bunny could do a rug pull, meaning that developers could abandon this project and run away with investors' money, or that this hack is actually an insider job. Now, if any of this is true and this is revealed, Bunny could go to $0. So I did my own research and I have seen the good and the bad, and I have decided to put a sum of money that I can afford to lose, and I highly recommend you do your own research first. And with that, I also have a short-term plan and a long-term plan which I'll be sharing with you right now. So the short-term plan is that right now Bitcoin crash has not recovered, but some believe that this is only a major correction just like other bull runs, and if this is just a correction, Bitcoin could recover and hit another all-time high. And because all the other cryptocurrency is tied to Bitcoin, this will actually cause most cryptocurrency to bounce back to another all-time high. If this is so, Bunny could generate more than 20x if it goes back to its all-time high or even higher within the next few months. Again, this is a maybe, so do your own research. But if this bull run is really over, we are now in a bear market which will take a few years to recover, just like the one in 2018 when the market was at its peak and it crashed and then it was a bear market from 2018 to 2020. If this is so, then I will have a long-term strategy. If we are truly in the bear market, Bitcoin may drop even further, causing all cryptocurrency to drop even more. And this will include bunny price. I'm not going to wait for it to drop then I buy. I've already entered some, and because a bear market will take a few years to recover, this is actually a good buying opportunity for me to dollar cost average. And dollar cost average means that I will set aside a sum of money to buy bunny every single month, no matter the price. So if the bull run returns, it will be a substantial amount. However, still an amount that I'm willing to lose. So this way, if bunny were to go up in the next few months, I'll be able to maximize it. But if we are really in a bear market, I will have more buying opportunities to keep dollar cost average and to accumulate more. So how do you buy bunny? I'm going to give you an overview step by step of how to buy it. But if you need me to do a walkthrough video, just let me know in the comment section. Step 1, go to Binance and buy some BNB. Now, if you don't have a Binance account, you can use my link in the description below to get a 10% commission kickback. Step 2, open a Metamask account and connect your Metamask to Binance Smart Chain. I'll link a step-by-step article for you in the description below on how to connect Metamask to Binance Smart Chain. And again, if you find it too complicated, let me know in the comment section. I will do a walkthrough video for you. Step 3, transfer your BNB to your Metamask wallet. Remember to select Binance Smart Chain as the network when you are withdrawing your funds. Also, transfer a small amount to test first and see if you are receiving it in your MetaMask wallet before you transfer the full amount, especially if you're transferring a big amount. Step 4, go to Pancake Swap or Pancake Bunny directly and swap your BNB to Bunny. And step 5, this is optional. You can then stick your Bunny into a Bunny pool in Pancake Bunny itself, so that you can get a return of up to 200% a year if compounded daily. So especially if I'm going to wait for my long-term plan, I don't mind just putting it in there and just wait for it to compound by 200% a year. So that's it. Once again, if you want a step-by-step walkthrough video, let me know in the comment section. And if enough people are requesting for it, I will do it. So to summarize, number 1, I prefer buying the bad news instead of the good news if the fundamental is still strong, and I personally believe that Bunny is an example. Number 2, I have both short-term and long-term plan so that I'm planning for the worst case scenario. And number 3, I only invest in money I can afford to lose, and I highly suggest you do that too. If you enjoyed this video, you can support this channel by liking this video. I actually spent a lot of effort researching to create this video today, so your like will be highly appreciated as it will help this channel grow. And consider subscribing to this channel if you want to see more content like this again. That's all I have for you today. Bye for now.